रंजन यमुनातिरवनचारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातिरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातिरवनचारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातिरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातिरवनचारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातिरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातिरवनचारी तानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातिरवनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Sing everyone. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Everyone sing. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath Radhe, Jayo Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath Radhe, Jayo Shri Gopal, Shri Gopal, Shri Gopal, Jayo Shri Gopal, Shri Gopal, Shri Gopal, Gopal, Jayo Shri Gopal, Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Jai Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev, Dev Gurudev, Jai Jai Gurudev, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. राधा गोपीनाथ की, श्री गोपाल की, गौर निताय की, शील प्रभुपाद की, गौर भक्तवृंद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So today we are reading from the Bhagavad Gita chapter 4, which is called Transcendental Knowledge. And we are now going to take the verse, text number 5. Okay. The verse is as follows. So what we'll be doing is we'll be reading the verse, we'll be reading the translation, and then we'll be reading the purport, and then we'll have the lecture on that. The verse is as follows. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna tani aham veda sarvani na tvam vetha parantapaha. The translation is as follows. The personality of Godhead said, many, many births both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of the enemy. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In the Brahma Samhita 5.33, we have information about the many, many incarnations of the Lord. It is stated there, Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayauvanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabham Adurlabham Atma Bhaktau Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda, Krishna, who is the original person, absolute, infallible, without beginning, although expanded into unlimited forms. He is still the same original, the oldest, and the person always appearing as a fresh youth. Such eternal, blissful, all-knowing forms of the Lord are usually not understood by even the best Vedic scholars, but they are always manifest to the pure, unalloyed devotees. It is also stated in the Brahma Samhita 5.39, Ramadi Murti Sakala Niyamena Tishtan Nana Avataram Akaroda Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Sambhavat Parama Pumanayo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda, Krishna, who is always situated in various incarnations such as Ram, Narsimha, and many sub-incarnations as well, but who is the original personality of Godhead known as Krishna and who incarnates personally also. In the Vedas also it is stated that the Lord, although one without a second, manifests himself in innumerable forms. He is like the Vaidurya stone which changes color yet still remains one. All those multi-forms are understood by the pure unalloyed devotees, but not by a simple study of the Vedas. Vedeshu durlabham adurlabham atma bhakto. Devotees like Arjuna are constant companions of the Lord, and whenever the Lord incarnates, the associate devotees also incarnate in order to serve the Lord in different capacities. Arjuna is one of these devotees, and in this verse it is understood that some millions of years ago, when Lord Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita to his sun god Vivaswan, Arjuna in a different capacity was also present. But the difference between Lord and Arjuna is that the Lord remembers the incident, whereas Arjuna could not remember. That is the difference between the part and parcel living entity and the Supreme Lord. Although Arjuna is addressed herein as a mighty hero who could subdue the enemies, he is unable to recall what had happened in his various past births. Therefore, a living entity, however great he may be in the material estimation, can never equal the Supreme Lord. Anyone who is a companion, constant companion of the Lord is certainly a liberated person, but he cannot be equal to the Lord. The Lord is described in the Brahma Samhita as infallible, Achyuta, which means that he never forgets himself even though he is in material contact. Therefore, the Lord and the living entity can never be equal in all respects, even if the living entity is as liberated as Arjuna. Although Arjuna is a devotee of the Lord, he sometimes forgets the nature of the Lord, but by the divine grace, A devotee can at once understand the infallible condition of the Lord, whereas a non-devotee or a demon cannot understand this transcendental nature. Consequently, these descriptions in the Gita cannot be understood by the demonic brains. Krishna remembers acts which were performed by him millions of years before, but Arjuna could not, despite the fact that both Krishna and Arjuna are eternal in nature. We may also note herein that a living entity forgets everything due to his change of body, but the Lord remembers because he does not change. His Satchidanand body, he has Satchidanand body, he is Advaita, which means there is no distinction between his body and himself. Everything in relation to him is spirit, whereas the conditioned soul is different from his material body. And because the Lord's body and self is identical, his position is always different from that of the ordinary living entity. Even when it descends onto the material platform, the demons cannot adjust themselves to this transcendental nature of the Lord, which the Lord himself explains in the following verse. Okay, I'll skip this. Om Ajnantimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So welcome everyone to this Sunday Bhagavad Gita class. And today we are going to discuss the verse 4.5 of the chapter Transcendental Knowledge. So in this verse, Krishna is speaking the transcendental knowledge to Arjuna. As you know how the Bhagavad Gita was spoken, so there was the battle of Kurukshetra, and Arjuna was the best warrior of the Pandavas. And in front, when he saw the Kurus, the Kauravas, he saw his grandfather Bhishma, he saw Drona, he saw all his relatives. He said, Krishna, how can I fight? Arjuna came under illusion. He said, Krishna, how can I fight? Because in front of me are my relatives who are worshipable for me, and I have to kill them. No, Krishna, I cannot do that. And that's why Krishna said that you have to do your duty. You are a Kshatriya. You have to fight against adharma. And that's why he spoke this Bhagavad Gita. And now in this chapter 4, Krishna is speaking the transcendental knowledge. he says, so in the verse 1, 2, 3, 4, what Krishna says, I'll just be touching upon that. Krishna says that in many, many births, so he says, I have instructed this knowledge, initially millions of years back, to whom? To sun god Vivaswan. He instructed it to Manu, and then Manu instructed him to Ikshvaku. So who was Ikshvaku? He was the forefather of Lord Ram in that lineage. So that is millions of years back in Treta Yuga. Then he says that the supreme science was received in disciplic succession after that. This science of the knowledge of Godhead was received in disciplic succession. But somewhere the disciplic succession was broken and this science was lost. So he is saying that this relationship of Krishna, I am again telling you, Arjuna, now on this battlefield. Why? Because you are my devotee and you are my friend. So Arjuna asked him, because Arjuna and Krishna were of the same age. So Arjuna asked Krishna, he asked him that, why is it that this is millions of years back and Vivaswan is much senior to you by birth. How am I to understand that you instructed this science to him? So then we come to this verse, which is text number 4.5. Here Krishna says, many, many births, both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of the enemies. So Krishna here says that I have many incarnations, I have many births, means incarnations, and I can remember all of them. But you, O Arjuna, you cannot remember even your previous birth. Can any one of us remember our previous birth? So here, Srila Prabhupada in his purport, he gives the reason, the details, description about Krishna in Brahma Samhita. He states that there are many incarnations of the Lord. It is given in Brahma Samhita. What is it stated? The verse, Advaitam Achyutam Anadimanantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayauvanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabham Adurlabham Atma Bhaktao Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Its explanation is given by Prabhupada and it's like this. I worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda, who is the original person, absolute, infallible, without beginning. Although expanded into unlimited forms, he is still the same original, the oldest, and the person always appearing as a fresh youth. Such eternal, blissful, all-knowing forms of the Lord are usually not understood by even the best Vedic scholars, but they are always manifest to pure, unalloyed devotees. So here, Lord Brahma is saying, I worship the original person, the Supreme Person of Godhead. Who is he? Krishna. And he says he is absolute, he is infallible, he never fails, he is without beginning, he is the source of all incarnations of Vishnu, but he has no beginning. And he expands into unlimited forms, but still he is the very oldest, but he is always appearing as a fresh youth. So when Krishna was there in the Kurukshetra, and even after that, he lived up to 25 years. His incarnation was up to 125 years. But he was always young. He never grew old, like Bhishma who grew old, right? Krishna was always young because his body is Satchidananda. It is not material. It is a spiritual body. So because Krishna comes in this material world, many people misunderstand him. They think that he is like us. They think that he is fallible, that he also undergoes birth, old age, death. But he is not like us. His body is always spiritual. While we have material body, we take birth, we grow old, and we die. But Krishna, his body is always spiritual. So here I want to touch about this aspect of the Lord called as the infallible aspect. Infallible. The Lord is called infallible. So what is the meaning of infallible? It is given in the scriptures. So here in this verse, Srila Prabhupada says the meaning of infallible. He says that Krishna never forgets himself even though he comes in this material contact. So even though Krishna comes in this material world, he is still transcendental to this world. When we come in contact with this material world, we forget our original spiritual position. And we undergo birth, old age, disease and death. But when Krishna comes in this world, he incarnates. It is not a birth. When we come here, we take birth. It is forced. Krishna comes by his own will. And that's why he is above Maya. He never comes under Maya. He is transcendental. That's why he is called infallible. The second reason why he is called infallible is given by Srila Prabhupada in Bhagavad Gita verse 1.21 and 2.2. Krishna says that, so here Srila Prabhupada says that Krishna, even though he was God himself, the Supreme Personality Godhead, he was engaged as a charioteer of Arjuna. So Arjuna was on the chariot and Krishna was his charioteer. He accepted a very, very humble position. So what is the reason for that? So here Prabhupada says, because Arjuna was his devotee, so Krishna never fails in his affection for his devotees. He is very affectionate to his devotees. And that's why he is again called as infallible. The third reason, so the second reason is what? First reason is Krishna is always transcendental to the material world. He never is affected by Maya. That's why he is infallible. Second reason is that he never fails in his affection for his devotees. He always protects his devotees. And he can do anything for his devotees. So that's why he never fails in his affection for his devotees. That's why he is called infallible. And the third reason is given in Bhagavad Gita verse 15.16 about infallible. Krishna says very nicely, Dvau imau purushau loke sharaschakshara evacha sharah sarvani bhutani kutostho akshara uchyate. There are two classes of being, the fallible and the infallible. In the material world, every living entity is fallible, and in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible. So here Srila Prabhupada says that any living entity who comes in contact with matter, so any living entity who is born here in this material world, like the small ant or Brahma, he has to take a body, he has to become old, and then he has to die. And that's why everyone in this material world is infallible. It's fallible, sorry. But in the spiritual world, along with Krishna, his pure devotees are there, and they are all called infallible. Why? Because their body does not change. They have a spiritual body. There is no old age, no birthday, no disease, no death. And they are one with the Supreme Lord. So they have their individual identities, but they are one with the will of the Supreme Lord. Okay. So they are one in unity, and that's why in the spiritual world, everyone is infallible. So here, I just want to ask a question to all of you. How many of you have seen Narasimha Mahavatar movie? So all of you have seen Narasimha Mahavatar. Many of you have seen Narasimha Mahavatar movie, right? So it is a movie about whom? Narasimha Dev and Prahlad, right? So here in this movie, you see that Hiranyakashipu, who was the father of Prahlad, he wanted to become immortal. So he wanted to become what? Infallible. He wanted to go beyond this birth and death. In fact, he does penances to Lord Brahma. And he says, when Brahma appears, he says, "Oh Lord Brahma, I want to be immortal." So Lord Brahma says, "Even I am not immortal. I also have to die. How can I make you immortal? So ask something else." Now this Hiranyakashipu wants to take revenge against Vishnu, because Vishnu has killed whom? Who is the person Vishnu has killed? Who is his brother? Hiranyaksha. His brother is Hiranyaksha. So he wants to become stronger than Vishnu and kill him. So he says, "Okay, I cannot be immortal. You cannot give me this spoon. Then I will ask the next better thing." He said that I should never be killed by anyone created by you, Brahma. Neither inside my palace nor outside my dwelling. Neither during day nor during night. Neither on earth nor on the sky. And neither by any weapon or any animal or human being. So basically he covered everything. And he thought, now I'll become immortal. So because he worshipped Brahma and did a lot of penances, he got a lot of powers. And he captured almost the entire heavenly planets and all the different lokas. Right? But did he become infallible? Did he become immortal? his son. Hare Krishna. Shri Shri Radha Gopinath ki. Hare Bol. So when he was doing this penances, Narad Muni protected his wife and took her to his ashram because she was going to give birth to a child, and this child was a pure devotee of Krishna. So this child heard all the Vedas from Narad Muni, and he became whom? Whom did he become? Prahlad. He became Prahlad. And because Prahlad was a great devotee of Krishna, when Hiranyakashipu came to know that he is a devotee of Krishna and he is converting all the children in his kingdom to devotees, he became an enemy of Krishna. He became an enemy of Prahlad. And then he tried to kill Prahlad, right? You see in this movie. What happens? He gives poison to Prahlad. Nothing happens. Then he puts Prahlad in front of the various elephants. And all the elephants come to kill Prahlad. And then instead of killing them, they bow down to him. Hiranyakashipu, the most powerful person in the whole universe. It is said that even when Hiranyakashipu used to move his eyebrows, he used to lift his eyebrows, the sun used to adjust the temperature accordingly. So all the devatas were fearful. When he should tell it should rain, Indra used to rain. So just on his one moment, one ishara, the demigods used to do things for him. But Prahlad refused to give up his devotion to Krishna. So he tried to kill him with all his powers. Then he has his Rakshasa throw him off a cliff. But still Prahlad survives. Then he tries the best trick which he has in his hand. He has got a sister. What is the name of the sister? Holika. And she has a boon. What is the boon? That she cannot die in fire. So she takes Prahlad and sits in the fire so that Prahlad will die. And then who dies? Holika dies and Prahlad lives. Why? Why does this happen? Because Prahlad has taken protection of Krishna, who is infallible. He never fails for the affection of his devotees. He always gives his protection to his devotees. So Prahlad, he fails in everything to kill Prahlad. And then he says the famous statement. He says, Prahlad, where are you getting your energy? Prahlad says, the same source from where you are getting the energy. He says, what? He gets even more angry. It is from Vishnu. And he says, is Vishnu in this pillar? And then he kicks the pillar. And from the pillar who comes? Narsimhadev. Narsimhadev Bhagwan ki. So when Narsimhadev comes, and then they have a fight. And then how Narsimhadev kills him? He takes him. He is tired. If you see the movie, you see the Hiranyakashipu is tired now. And he takes him, lifts him. And he comes on the threshold of his palace, which is neither inside nor outside. And then Hiranyakashipu remembers, this person is Narsimhadev. He is neither animal nor man. He has come himself. He is not created by Brahma. And then he again remembers that now it is neither day nor night. It is what? Twilight. It is the twilight hour. So each and every blessing or boon which he has got, Narsimhadev ensures that now he is killing him, considering the blessing of Brahma. And now, so he had asked for a blessing that he should not be killed by any weapon. So how Narsimha kills him? By his nails, which is not a weapon, right? So he kills Hiranyakashipu by the nails. So by this, what can we understand? What we can understand by this is that even though Hiranyakashipu did a lot of penances, took boons from Brahma, he did not become immortal. He did not become infallible. He could not escape death. But Prahlad, what did Prahlad do? All Prahlad did is devotional service to Krishna, right? He always chanted the name Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And he always remembered Krishna. And so he was protected by the infallible who is Krishna. And Hiranyakashipu could not do anything to kill Prahlad. So it is said, Mare Krishna Rakhe ke Rakhe Krishna mare ki. So whomever Krishna wants to kill, no one can protect. And if Krishna wants to protect, no one can kill him. So there was a very important point. Many years, a few years back, there was a Vyas Puja of Radha Maharaj. So as you know, Radha Maharaj is the inspiration behind this temple, Radha Gopinath temple. He has inspired all the devotees. He has created all these devotees here. So in the Vyas Puja, so what is the Vyas Puja of Radha Maharaj? Vyas Puja is that the Guru is considered a representation of Vyasdev. So you know who is Vyasdev? Vyasdev is the incarnation of Godhead Krishna, who wrote all the Vedas, all the Upanishads. He wrote Srimad Bhagavatam, he wrote Mahabharata. So Guru is considered an incarnation, a representative of Vyasdev. And so during his appearance day, which is his birthday, we celebrate this Vyas Puja, where the disciples of the Guru, they offer their gratefulness to him. They glorify the Guru, right? So in this particular Vyas Puja, His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj was giving an offering of gratitude to Radha Maharaj. So Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj is one of the very senior disciples of Radha Maharaj. And I was listening to this offering. What will he say about Maharaj? And he is the person who started this IIT preaching. He is the person who got Gaurang Prabhu, Radhesham Prabhu, such stalwarts into devotional service. And then he was offering, and he was giving this offering that Radha Maharaj has given us these wonderful instructions which come in the parampara, which are given by Srila Prabhupada and all our acharyas. So Radha Maharaj is giving these beautiful instructions to us in his classes. But if I want to choose one instruction out of that, I would choose this instruction. So I was thinking, Maharaj has given such wonderful instructions, which we try to follow. But he wants to choose one instruction. Which would that be? Which instruction will His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj choose? So he said, this is the instruction which Maharaj repeats in almost all his classes. And that instruction is to be the servant of the servant of the servant of Lord Krishna, right? So if you see the problem in this material world and why we are facing all these problems is that we want to become the master. Whatever we say, everyone should follow. I want to become the supreme proprietor. I want to own everything. I want to become the supreme controller. I want to control everyone. But we cannot even control our own wife, our spouse. No one we can control. But we want to become the controller. And we want to become the supreme enjoyer. I want to enjoy everything. My senses, right? So that is the problem which we have in this material world. But our original constitutional position is what? Jivera Swarupa hai Krishnera Nitya Das. We are the eternal servants of Krishna. So the happiness which we are looking for to get by being the controller, the proprietor, we can never be happy. You go to the topmost person, Bill Gates. Some of our devotees went to Bill Gates and he took a big list of medicines. He said, I have to take all these medicines. So even if he's Bill Gates, the most richest American, he's still not happy. He has to take these medicines to survive. So how can we, by getting rich, getting power, can ever be happy? We can never be happy by trying to be the master. So the instruction which Maharaj has repeated is to be the servant of Krishna. So when we become the servant of Krishna, when we do devotional service to Krishna, that is the only way we can become happy in this material world. So if you try to think, we want to be master, but we always have to serve someone. We can never be the master. See, if you go to office, you have to serve the boss. If you are at home, you have to serve your wife. If you have children, you have to serve your children. Papa, mere ko ye chahiye, to ye lake do, wo lake do. So you always have to serve. If you have no family, in US there are no families, people divorce and all that. So they don't have no family, so they take cats and dogs and they serve them. They take them for a walk. And when they pass stool, they collect the stool. So anyway, they have to serve someone. Because our constitutional position is we have to serve. So why not serve the topmost, the supreme person who is Krishna, who can grant us everything. And serving him can really make us happy. The happiness and the love which we are expecting in this life, we can never get unless we do devotional service to Krishna. So it is said by our acharyas that Krishna's love for us is like that love of a million mothers. Mother's love multiplied a million times. That is Krishna's love for us. So the lesson which we can learn from this is that only by devotional service to Krishna we can really be happy. We can experience spiritual world even while staying in this material world. We can experience the spiritual happiness. And that's how, by taking protection of the infallible, we can become infallible. So Radhanath Maharaj has a very nice statement. He says, we do not want to be great, but we want to serve the great. And who is the greatest? Greatest is Krishna and his pure devotees. So we have to serve the pure devotees of Krishna. The point 2, which is mentioned in this verse, is Krishna mentions, many births both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of the enemy. So Krishna says, I have taken so many incarnations, Ananta Rupam, and I can remember each and every one of them. In fact, Prabhupada says, when Krishna instructed Vivaswan, the sun god, Arjuna was present millions of years back, but Arjuna forgot. Krishna remembered. So Krishna can remember each and every of his incarnation and each and every one's. So he can remember all of our previous births also. We cannot remember any. So that's what Krishna says here. So which are the stories? And this is why he can do so, because even when he comes in this material world, his body is still spiritual. He is still Sachidananda. When Krishna was doing the war with Bhishma in Kurukshetra, Bhishma was shooting arrows. And Krishna was receiving arrows, and when the arrows were touching him, blood was coming. But it was all like, no, it was his spiritual body. You felt it was blood, but it was a spiritual body. No one can harm the spiritual body. And Krishna, when we get hit by any arrow or someone slaps us, we get hurt, right? But Krishna, when the arrows of Bhishma were penetrating his body, seemingly penetrating, but it was not doing nothing to the body, he was experiencing the love of Bhishma. So Bhishma was in Viryaras. Viryaras means he liked to fight with the Lord, and Lord wanted to fight with him. So Bhishma, when he was shooting the arrows, he was shooting in love, and Krishna was receiving the love. So that is why, because his body is Sachidananda, it's a spiritual body. So there are two stories here, which are given in scriptures, where Krishna remembers his previous incarnations, the devotees or the other people's births also. And he reciprocates as per their desire. So the first story is of Kubja. When Krishna came to Mathura to meet Kamsa and kill him, right? On the way he met Kubja. Kubja was a hunchback. She was bending, her body was deformed, but her face was beautiful. But she was a hunchback. And what was her job? Her job was to do the sandalwood pulp for Kamsa. And Krishna went to Kubja and asked her, he joked, he said, "Oh beautiful tall lady, why are you giving this chandan to Kamsa? Rather you give it to me." So he was indicating that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Instead of serving this Kamsa, I will give you nothing but death. You serve me. And Kubja, she accepted that offer. And she said, "Oh, you wonderful boys." She got attracted by them. "I will offer the sandalwood paste to you." And she applied the sandalwood to Krishna. And Krishna and Balram, and both of them became even more beautiful. And when they did this, because she served Krishna, Krishna said, "Now what can I do for you?" So Krishna is the most grateful of all the beings. Any small thing you could do for Krishna, Krishna remembers, not just in this life, life after life after life. Millions of lives back, if you have done something for Krishna, you will remember and ensure that you come to devotion to him. So that is Krishna. So what Krishna does, by his toes, he presses Kubja's feet, and by his fingers, he lifts her cheek. And immediately Kubja becomes erect. She becomes tall, she becomes beautiful. Her waist becomes thin, her breast becomes very beautiful, and she becomes the most beautiful lady in the entire Mathura, one of the most beautiful ladies. And everyone sees, what is this? So Kubja was attracted to Krishna. And now what Krishna is saying in this verse, I can remember all my previous births, but you cannot. So who was Kubja in the previous incarnation of Krishna, you know? When Krishna incarnated as Rama, Kubja was whom? Surpanaka. Kubja was none other than Surpanaka. So when Rama avatar was there, Surpanaka got attracted to Ram. And Ram said, no, I have got only one wife, Sita. Then she said, okay, then why don't you try Lakshman? So she tried Lakshman. But she could not get Lakshman also. So she got frustrated and tried to kill Sita. And then Ram cut her nose and she ran away. Later she did penances. And because she had attraction for Ram, Krishna awarded her to be Kubja and got the association. She got the association of Krishna. And later on, Kubja calls Krishna to her home. Krishna visits her home, talks sweetly, and she touches Krishna and embraces Krishna, and all her lusty desires go away, and she becomes pure. So that's how Kubja got the mercy of Krishna, which means Surpanaka in Ram avatar. Ram noted that she had that affection, she wanted to serve, and she gave her birth as Kubja, and she could serve Krishna and become pure. So that is how Krishna remembers, right? So similarly is the story of even Putana. Even Putana, who came to kill Krishna. So she wanted to feed poison to Krishna through her milk. And when she fed Krishna the milk, Krishna sucked the milk and sucked the entire life air of Putana. And he killed her. But because she had come pretending to be his mother, like a motherly love, he transferred her immediately to the spiritual world and gave her the role of a nurse or a mother in the spiritual world. So that is the mercy of Krishna. And who was Putna? So in the previous incarnation of Vamandev, Putna was Ratnabala, the sister of Bali Maharaj. And when Vamandev came to Bali Maharaj, he looked so beautiful, the 5-year-old child. So she thought, the sister of Bali thought, that he's just like my son. I should feed him milk. And I should give my motherly love to him. But when Vamandev took everything from Bali Maharaj, by his 3 steps, he took the entire universe from Bali Maharaj and sent him to Sutala Loka. She got very angry and said, I want to kill him. So Krishna fulfilled her desire by making her Putna. And she gave her motherly milk to Krishna, but she wanted to kill him because she had that desire. But what Krishna did, he looked that she came as a mother. He did not see that she came to kill him and gave her a spiritual body. Just look at the mercy of Krishna. So here, there was a lecture of Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Maharaj. He told a very important point about the intent. No, Krishna looks at the intent. So there are 2 aspects. One is the intention and one is the action, right? So if, let's say, anyone comes to us and we have a child and says, this child is very good, he gives him sweets and every birthday he gives him presents, you will be very happy, right? Because the action is very good. But the intent, you come to know that he wants to do a good business deal with you. He wants to extract money. He doesn't love your child. He just is pretending. Then you will say, oh, his action is good, but his intent is not good. So you will say, this guy is not the right guy, right? But let's say the another case, right? Where suppose the intent is good, but the action is not there. Someone says always, some friend, that whenever you have problems, I'll give you money, don't worry, don't worry. Intent is there. But when actual problem comes, due to some reason, that friend never gives you the money. It never helps you. So you'll say, what is the problem? This friend is not a real friend. His intent he always says, but his action is not good, right? But in Krishna's case, the Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Maharaj says that when the intent and the action, suppose the intent is not good, then Krishna looks at the action. Like in the case of Putna, her intent was to kill, but the action was motherly. She gave her milk. So he considered her mother and he gave her a place in the spiritual world. So he looked at the action. But when the intent is good, but the action is not good, Krishna looks at the intent. For example, when Krishna came to Mathura, he went to the house of Vidur. Vidur was his pure devotee. He was the brother of Dhritarashtra, right? From a maid servant he was born, from Vyasdev. So he went to Vidur, who was a pure devotee of Krishna, and there Vidur was not at home, but Vidurani received him, who was a great devotee of Krishna. And her eyes, tears started flowing from her eyes, and she made Krishna sit, and she wanted to feed something for Krishna, but Krishna just came, walked in like that. So she had lot of bananas. And Vidurani, what he did, she became so much in the ecstasy of love for Krishna that she was crying, and she was taking the bananas and she was feeding Krishna. But instead of feeding the bananas, she was throwing the banana and feeding the peel, one peel, and Krishna was eating the peel. Krishna is bhavagrahi. He looks at the bhav of the devotee. So Krishna was eating one peel after the another, and he had all the peels. She did not feed banana at all. So her intent was good, but action was good. If anyone calls you and says, "You are my best friend," and starts crying and takes the banana and throws the banana and gives the peel, what will you do? Will you eat it? No, but Krishna looks at the intent. He looked at the intent and he was actually taking the love of Vidurani. So that is the difference between Krishna. Now, what Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Maharaj said, let's now extrapolate this a bit. What does Krishna do when the intent is also bad and the action is also bad? Like the demons who came to kill Krishna. What does Krishna do to the demons? He kills them but gives them liberation. Just look at the mercy of Krishna. When the intent is also bad and the action is also bad, he gives them liberation. They all get liberated. Which yogis are trying to get liberation years after year by doing dhyana yoga, karma yoga. They cannot get liberation, but Krishna just gives them. So that is his mercy. So now let us see this Krishna. This verse talks about the various incarnations of Krishna, right? Once in a day of Brahma, which is in a day of Brahma, there are 1,000 yuga cycles. Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga. These happen 1,000 times. Once in a day of Krishna, Krishna himself incarnates. He comes himself. Otherwise, his incarnation, other Rama, Narsimha, they come. But Krishna himself incarnates only in one yuga cycle, in once in a day of Brahma. And in the Dwapar Yuga. And in the same Kali Yuga, he incarnates in the most magnanimous incarnation ever. That is the incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why is that most magnanimous incarnation? Because in that incarnation, Krishna takes the mood of the most merciful Srimati Radharani. Krishna's complexion becomes golden like Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani's mood she takes. So when he comes in Kali Yuga, because he is taking the mood of Srimati Radharani, in Kali Yuga, practically everyone is like a demon. So when Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there were two very, very sinful people like Jagai Madhai. They used to do like, every day they used to rape, kill people, kill Brahmanas, burn houses. It was a daily affair, almost. And because of Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, Nityananda Prabhu is none other than Balram. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was Krishna himself in the mood of Srimati Radharani, to the most degraded, to the most lowest, because of Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, he gave them pure love of Krishna. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came here, demigods used to come here to see his leelas. And when Yamadev heard this, because he is the one who punishes the sins, he asked Chitragupta, Chitragupta is his assistant, what sins has this done? Jagai Madhai. He says, practically our people are tired keeping note of their sins. Room after room, files are getting filled. There are pits where we are storing all the files. Practically every second they are creating so many sinful activities. But by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, all their sins are eradicated. And he has given the pure love of Krishna. By when he heard this, Yamadev, he heard this, he fainted in ecstasy. Never has he seen such an incarnation, most merciful incarnation of Krishna, right? So, we are in this festival phase. We had Balram Jayanti. Balram is a representative of our Guru, Guru Tattva. Then we had Janmashtami. Then we had Nandotsav, which is the appearance of Srila Prabhupada, right? And now we will be having on 31st. What will be having on 31st? Radha Ashtami, the most merciful Srimati Radharani, who is the giver of the devotional service. So we had Prabhupada's appearance day on Nandotsav, right? So Srila Prabhupada is carrying the same mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He comes in the same parampara and he's giving all of us. All he's saying is please chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, follow 4 regulative principles. What are the 4 regulative principles? No intoxication, no illicit sex, no meat eating, and no gambling. And follow the instructions given by Srila Prabhupada and all the acharyas, and you can perfect your life in this same life. So when Krishna comes in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when the intent is bad, and the action is also bad, like Jagai Madai, their intent was bad, action was bad. When Krishna comes as Krishna, what he does? He kills them, right? Kills the demons. But here, when he comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, taking the mood of Srimati Radharani, he kills the demonic nature of that person. He doesn't kill that person by giving them the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. By this weapon of the holy name, he kills the demonic nature of that person and gives them pure devotion, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Srila Prabhupada in that sampradaya is giving us the same Hare Krishna Mahamantra which was started by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he's saying, please chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And by this, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, following the 4 regulative principles, following the instructions given by Srila Prabhupada and Acharyas, in this lifetime you can perfect your life. There is a nice letter written by Srila Prabhupada to one of his disciples, Amhog Das, his disciple. I am just reading this. It is very pleasing that you are making such steady advancement in Krishna consciousness. If you continue in such a way and strictly follow the 4 regulative principles and make sure to chant at least 16 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra on beats daily, it is without doubt that at the end of this lifetime you can go back home, back to Godhead. This is the pure devotee Srila Prabhupada saying. To another disciple, Srila Prabhupada has written a letter to another disciple. He says, understand our philosophy, read books Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Follow the regulative principles very rigidly, chanting 16 rounds, attending classes like all of you are attending, getting up at Mangala Arati. These regulative principles will make us strong in Krishna consciousness. In the direction of senior devotees, try to become fixed in the devotional service to Krishna. This will bring satisfaction to you and make you eligible for going back to Godhead in this very lifetime. All you have to do is chant Krishna's name, follow the principles given by the Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, and follow the 4 regulative principles, and you can perfect your life. So Srila Prabhupada is pleading with us. He told his disciples, you have undergone so many lives, like this is message to all of us by Srila Prabhupada, who is sitting there. You have undergone so many lives, so many births, so many deaths, old ages and diseases. Give just one life, this life for Krishna, and you can perfect yourself, achieve the spiritual love for Krishna in this particular lifetime. Why? Because we are under the parampara of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Mahavadanaya, carrying the mood of Srimati Radharani. So for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even for the demonic people, he gives them pure love of Krishna by the weapon of chanting of the holy name. So we are all very fortunate that we have come in touch with the mission of Srila Prabhupada, mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now all we have to do is take this, what we have received. We have received this wealth. We have received this precious diamond, this jewel. We should never lose this. If anyone gives you a Kohinoor, will you ever lose it? It's precious, billions of dollars, right? This is far more precious than that Kohinoor. This is the devotional service to Krishna, which you have received by coming here in this temple, by chanting the Krishna's names. So you should take this seriously, this devotional service to Krishna, and progress in devotional service. That way you can find all the happiness which you are looking for in life. All the love of a million mothers, you can experience that love. You can experience the shelter and protection of Krishna and perfect your life. So it is my prayer that and request to all of you that please chant the mantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now briefly, let me recap this. So what we learned in today's Bhagavad Gita session is that Krishna is the origin of everything. He is infallible. He is infallible because even when he comes in the material world, he is still transcendental. He is still in his Satchidanand form. While we have to take birth, Krishna does his incarnation. And by serving Krishna and his devotees in the mood of servant of the servant of the servant, we should try to be the servant and the servant of the servant of Krishna and not try to be the master. By this, we can be recipient of the affection of Krishna, who is infallible. And we can also experience the spiritual world, the spiritual happiness in this material world. And by Krishna's grace, we can also become infallible, right? The second thing is, what we learned is, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when he incarnates, he can remember all his incarnations and all the desires of the people who were in that incarnation. Like Putna, he remembered. Who was Putna? Who was Putna? In her previous life? Yeah? She was the sister of Bali Maharaj, Ratnamala. So he remembered that, right? And he also remembered one more person. Who was that? Kubja. Who was Kubja in his previous life? Surpanaka. And he gave her the mercy when he came as Krishna. So Krishna remembers all his incarnations, but we remember only this birth. Why? Because we are fallible. We have to take birth, we have to die, right? So by serving Krishna, by devotional service to Krishna, we can also gain the spiritual, eternal spiritual life. The third point is about the intent and the action, right? So Krishna, if the intent is bad and action is good, Krishna looks at the action, right? And if intent is good, action is bad, Krishna looks at the intent, right? So, but when people come with both intent bad and action bad, like the demons, still Krishna has so much mercy that he gives the demons liberation from the cycle of birth and death. They get liberated. And when the same Krishna takes the mood of Srimati Radharani, he comes in which avatar? The avatar of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mahavadanaya. Once in a lifetime, once in a day of Brahma, means once in crores of years, Lord Krishna comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he has just come 500 years back only, right? And Srila Prabhupada in that sampradaya. And when he comes in that, when the intent is also bad, and action also was bad, like Jagai Madhe, what he did? He killed the demonic propensity and gave them pure love of Krishna. The most difficult to get, he gave them very easily. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was telling Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, his close associate, Nityananda Prabhu Balaram, go to every house and beg them, please chant Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna and Balaram are going to house, door to door and begging, please chant the name of Krishna and perfect your life. And in the same sampradaya, Srila Prabhupada has come and he has given us this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And he is pleading to us that please make this one life, this life, at least one life you give for Krishna, and you can get all the happiness, you can perfect your life and achieve pure love for Krishna. That is the grace we have got. So we need to receive that grace. All we have to do is be grateful, receive that grace and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Hari Bol.